welcome to day 302 of a Stitch Day 365 days crochet challenge. In today's video we are looking at how to crochet this goblet stitch. This kind of looks like a golden goblet over here. So the foundation row for this particular stitch is a multiple of 21 plus 2. I have made a foundation row of single crochet stitches and which is a multiple of 21 plus 2. To start the stitch, you have to crochet 3 chains, turn your work, and into the very first chain, you are going to skip this one because this is where we have our 3 chains, which counts as the first double crochet stitch. Into the next stitch, you're going to skip the next stitch, and into the next one, you're going to make your shell stitch of 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet stitches. 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. Now, so basically what we are going to do is we are going to create this mesh part right here. We are going to start off with chain 2 and then you're going to keep increasing the chains over here while decreasing the number of chain loops over here. Okay, so let's start with the chain 2, skip 2, that's 1 and 2, and make 1 single crochet. Again, chain 4, skip 2, 1 single crochet, so that's 2. So you can choose to have how many ever loops over here. Depending on that, you have to adjust your stitch multiple, right? Now, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This doesn't count. 1 more. Okay, so once you have 4 loops over here, we are not counting this one, just these mesh that we created with chain 4s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We are again going to chain 2, skip 2 and make your shell stitch over here. That is 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet. Again, chain 2, skip 2, into the next one we are starting our mesh with 4 chains, skip 2, single crochet, that's 1, again chain 4, skip 2 and single crochet, Once you reach the end of the row, you again end it with one double crochet. So that completes your row 1. For row 2, you're again going to chain 3. Turn your work into this shell. We are going to create the next shell. Okay, now we are going to skip one mesh right here. That is, when you interlace the mesh, you will reduce the number of loops by 1. So you're going to start off with a chain 3. So the previous row was chain 2. You're going to start off with the chain 3. Make one single crochet into the very first space here, chain space here. Again chain 4. Insert into this one, next one, and make one single crochet and repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert into this, make one single crochet. Okay, so that completes 2 of the spaces. Again chain 4. Insert into the last mesh, make one single crochet. So the previous row had 4 spaces, this row has only 3 spaces. So you again chain 3 and create your shell. And you repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Okay, so chain 3. So this space is the chain 2 space after the shell. So you're going to skip this and you have to go into, you only crochet into the chain 4 spaces. Okay, so again we have reduced the chain 4 chain spaces to 3. Chain 3 and make your shell. And make one double crochet on top of the chain 3 from the previous row. So that completes your row 2. So row 1 and 2 we have completed. Again chain 3, turn your work, make your shell stitch. Now we are again going to increase the number of chains right after the shell stitch. So the previous row was 3 chains, so you're going to crochet 4 chains. And you're going to skip the space right after the shell and you are going to go into the very first chain 4 space and make one single crochet. You can see the pattern forming already, where the chain stitches increases and the center chain space it decreases. So this row will have only 2 chain spaces. Again chain 4, make your shell stitch. And repeat the same thing on the other side of the shell. The next row, again you have to start with chain 5, and the next row will have only one chain space in between. I will meet you back once I complete that row. Now we are moving on to this row right here, okay, where we actually create this goblet. Okay, so again, chain 3, turn your work, make your shell stitch. Now into this space right here, okay, we are again going to start over from the next row from here. So this is the final row of repeat. So we are going to make a double triple crochet into this space right here. So that's, you yarn over thrice and pull out of 2 loops at a time. Now you're going to go into this space, or around the post of this you're going to make a single crochet Tunisian kind of a stitch. So insert around the post, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull out of 1. Again, go back in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull out of 1. Again. So you're going to create 5 incomplete SCs like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. You'll have a total of 6 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull out of all these 6 loops and make 1 chain. Now again, make a double triple crochet into this. And repeat the same thing. I'm going to show that one more time. Insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull out of just 1 loop, hold those 2 loops, go back in, and you're going to repeat this 5 times. Okay. So you're going to create 5 such double triple crochets with that single crochet incomplete stitch, creating a petal like structure at the end. Once you have 5 such stitches, you can attach it to the shell directly. So then you create the shell stitch. So from here on, it's just the repeat row. Okay. The next row will be this particular row right here, where you will be creating the single crochets between these double triple crochets over here. So I'll complete this row and I will show you the next row. So once you are done with this row, now we are going to start the repeat row, which is the repeat of row number 1. Okay. So you chain 3, turn your work, make your shell stitch. Now chain 2, insert into this space right here, make 1 single crochet, chain 4, move into the next stitch, make 1 single crochet, again chain 4, move into the next stitch, make 1 single crochet. So that's 1, 2, sorry, you have to start from right after the shell right here. So that's 1, chain 4, insert into this stitch, make 1 single crochet, chain 4, insert between the next 2 stitches, make 1 single crochet, chain 4, insert into the next stitch, make 1 single crochet, chain 4, insert into the next stitch, make 1 single crochet. Now chain 2, make your shell stitch. Now this is the repeat of row number 1 that we did. From there on, it's just the repeat row over and over again till the length that you want. So do try out the stitch. So the next row will be 3 and 3 mesh stitches. Next row will be 4 and 4 mesh stitches. Next row will be 5 mesh stitches. Sorry, 5 and 1 mesh stitch. So you will be decreasing the number of mesh stitches and increasing the number of chains. And then once you have only 1 mesh stitch left, you make this shell over into that mesh stitch. So do try out the stitch, and if you have any doubts, you can leave it in the comment section below, or you can reach us out on our Instagram page. Thank you for watching, and I'll meet you tomorrow with yet another interesting crochet stitch.